Alright, tested 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Massmere here, and welcome in for episode 2, and more than likely the ending for Order 13. So, after like some complications a few weeks ago, before I went on my break with trying to play this, I actually, did get to go into this pretty decently yesterday, got up to day 8, and definitely enjoying the game, even though it's not really that scary to me. But still, it's definitely been absolutely fun. It's not to say that like the stuff they did to try and make it scary, isn't, scary. Or well done. It's just there were a few parts that kind of caught me, here and there. But I guess it's just because I've been kind of desensitized to a lot of horror games I played. It's kind of made me think a lot of things like the Mortuary Assistant and other games like that. But overall, though, I've still been enjoying this. The main thing I've actually been worried about more than anything that's actually been scary is just being concerned about trying to keep my cat alive. But anyways, yeah, we kind of had stopped midway through yesterday. I probably would have went on and finished it, yesterday when we were the fact that we had bad weather come through, thunderstorms and all that. And I didn't want to take no chances. The lights didn't go out or anything. But again, whenever, there's a thunderstorm, I usually kind of err on the side of caution. Considering in the past, with the previous house I lived at, which I think is just because there was, wasn't really the best electricity there. There was, a lot of times where, there's a few times where we had, thunderstorms or where bad weather, the lights went out. And succinctly afterwards, my computer, either the power supply or the motherboard ended up, getting fried on it. But I think it was mainly just because the electricity there wasn't grounded or anything either. It was very much not up to code. So the house I'm in now, it's better electricity and everything. So that might be a factor that might have been a factor to everything as well. But nonetheless, I still just try if a thunderstorm's happen, it's coming through, I hear thunder, I usually call the stream there just to be safe. But anyways, that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get on in this, try to wrap this up. Because I do have some other games I want to play for the rest of the week. And also tomorrow, of course, we need to get back in Arcade Paradise as well as Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. But I'm pretty sure I should be able to wrap this up today because I've heard this is only probably maybe a 2 to 3 hour game. We did put a pretty good dent in it yesterday. But we'll see what happens here. So anyways, we're on day 8. We got the first basement previously, and then we got the second one, which I think we got the second basement. We haven't explored that yet. So we're gonna go in and just see where all that see what's down below. I don't want to use no Discord overlay. Go away. Alright, you guys can't see it, but it shows a little Discord overlay thing right there. But anyways. Alright, so I just need to kind of just get my bearings here. Just try to remember exactly. Also, my help, I kind of just about the scare counter real quick. Because I did get spooked once yesterday, but we're resetting it here. Alright. Alright, so where are we at on this? So where exactly are we, I can't remember if I start if we alright, 285. Our quota's 285 or 355, never mind. I guess we ended right there at the end of the that was weird. Alright, so should be no problem for us to do this. Oh yeah, we got 477 in the wallet. Log in. Alright, do our shop. Alright, so what we doing here? Okay, we never actually bought the I'm going to go ahead and get that. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. All right, so we got our second certificate for the basement, for basement level 2 now. There's that. And we got 277. But we're going to like see about like what else we can get for the cat here. All right, I'm going to get like the automatic food dispenser. That leaves me $77 to work with. Since we're going further down, it means I'm going to like definitely, you know, it's going to take me a little more time to come back. And I don't think I can like really get anything for myself here. I get the 5-ticket rack, but really it's kind of like irrelevant at the moment. I definitely want to get like that large backpack, which will definitely have enough from that, like, you know, from one, just once doing this. I don't know if like the, yeah, basement 1. I don't think that like it's going to reflect basement level 2 just yet. Probably got to do that tomorrow. All right. Well, here we go. After I scan everything, of course. Do I have my flash? Okay, so I'm used like them, like let me have my flashlight, my inventory. And weird, I had to like, you know, reopen everything. Okay, so what we got going on here? B1, or hang on, P1. I would be going like for like the ones further away. I can't remember like which one paid more, but either way, P104. All right. Go backpack this one. Kind of checks out. We got like the A's right here, so. Oh, never mind. That's B1. I got mixed up like B's and A's. That kind of caught me. Like very, very subtly, but I think they're trying to like maybe run, like just so I'd like, you know, end up like running right in this guy's arms. So loving arms. Okay, this is what we need right here. So we don't see me. Okay, we'll go for all right. Conveniently enough, I think it's like it's right over. Nope, not quite. It's over there. Shouldn't take me too long to get to it. All right. So we got our first 2 bits here. Made some. I think we did that with decent time, also. Okay. So off to a good start here today, Rogues. Okay, and now next one. I'm pretty sure it's not strawberry jam in there. Oops. What am I doing? Well, okay, well, at least it seems like with that, you don't really matter what order you put it in. I just realized that. I kind of was like, wait, I think I might just botch something. All right. There's that. Okay, we're making good time here. Our J1, O1, H2, O2. All right. So can we not glitch, please? That was kind of weird. It seemed like it was trying to hunt me when I wasn't even over there. Or we gotta wait for this dork to pass. Oh, come on. Please. That's it. Let's not get stuck now. Okay, H2. All right, J1. Okay, so that's one. Now we gotta go to twos here. All right, let's see. Okay, here's the twos. Can we not? H2O2. Here we go. Yahtzee. This is definitely where I would have benefited from, like, you know, good for you. So I definitely would have benefited from, like, you know, having, like, the bigger backpack. But again, we'll have that next time. Okay. I think I'll make a break for it. I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't sure I could make it. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have done that if I wasn't, like, sure of myself and being able to, like, outrun it. Okay. Okay, and now this one. For sure we're already about to be at quota, give or take. Still gonna take like a little bit more, but yeah, we're getting there. Let's say if I want to, I can just buy the cat like a little bit of food, but we're fine for right now. Do I have an A1? A2, okay, yeah. Still gonna do that one, but all right. See, they put me over into twos now. Or like, you know, like, yeah, the B1 and G2 and everything. Just irritates to see, like, every time I come down here, like, he's close. That's what's irritating. When, like, you know, I lose time right here because, like, it goes down there and, like, it's right here near me. Okay, if he goes left, of course he doesn't. Okay, as soon as he gets down that way, a little bit, I can make a break for it. It's pretty easy to sneak past them. Like, you like, their hearing's not, like, you know, phenomenal. Or, like, you know, it's insane, or where basically, like, you know, when you're sneaking, they can hear you, like, you're right behind them. It seems like it's actually really easy to get. All right, there's G2 right there. That's good. G203, right? For the love of God, do not come in here. God dang it. Turn around. Go away. Re-dead looking self. Yeah, right back at you, dude. Did not tell me there's 2 of them down here. Can we just not? Okay. Okay, we're good. At least you can just kind of like walk when you're far enough away from him, not have to worry about anything. I swear, I just like would like to hope that he just tripped right there. All right. We should be about at quota here. Give or take. It's probably going to still be a bit more. I don't think we're going to be quite at quota yet. Yeah, nah. It's going to be close, but we're going to still need like at least one more order. We're kind of like at a point where I don't really necessarily have to do like, you know, the extra stuff now. Like, you know, extra quota stuff. We're basically at a point, I mean, that would probably like been definitely understandable like at the start, but at the same time, we definitely do need to get like our money up for like that final, the final thing. The final floor. Okay, just a little bit off. All right. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna get the cats some food just in case. So you're gonna need 800, but that really ain't gonna be... All right, we're gonna get it the, Okay. That gives us like a little more, time to work with. I'm definitely gonna get that large backpack so we can do a little bit more. Wait, hold on. Can we get... I know they're not... Hold on a second here. You mean to tell me I could probably actually get in there through here? If this actually leads back to the 2s, like from here, it'd kind of be nice. No, it's still... It's just A1 and all that, but... Oh, come on, dude. Seriously? Now they're just trying to be cheap. Okay. That actually did kind of work out a little bit. It did kind of give me a bit of a shortcut. Matter of fact, it put me right where I need to be. All right, D2. Serves closer. All right. Let's be D. At least got that open now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice to see you too. I knew that was coming. This actually did kind of work out a little bit. It did put me closer to it. So yeah, that actually did put me closer to that spot. So that did make it easier to get to. Okay, let's get on out of here. Get back up topside. might have enough to do one more. The main takeaway from this, I'm going to have to get down there to basement 2 also. It's going to take a little more time. Thankfully, we know like which way I can go to get there a little quicker. Okay, that's quota, but with interest. And that's that. All right. I could go and try and do this A one real quick. Just going to get it out of the way and clear the board. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're going to go and do this last one. Should be easy enough. Why does it seem like it's always like right there, like, you know, where I'm trying to walk down to? Thankfully, I got time. It's only one thing. Okay, now, see, now I was saying before, like, you know, it's literally, you know, like, it's so easy to get away from or whatever, and he should not have heard me. He was, like, well away from me right there. Kind of feels like, you know, at times, like, you know, the enemy AI is a little bit weird here. Like, he was away from me. I mean, I guess it's just, like, you can't, like, really sneak away from him as long as, like, you know, it's all red. It's kind of like showing, like, you're too close to the proximity of him. Alright, we'll do this from back here. I got time. Of course. Of course. It, 201, whatever. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, and then we still gotta get the human resources from down there, but I think that's like the last spot we gotta go to. We still gotta get like the money saved up for us. Yeah, I was considering just going and buying that. You know, buying like the ticket for the human resources, just going to get out of the way, because that's the most expensive thing. I don't think I want to try to make a break for it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he turns around. See? Now look at that. Go away, shoo. So I wish there was like you could have like an item you could throw or something. God, you were freaky. Freaky, you nasty. Alright. We are good. Again, I like to think he just fell right there. Alright. Kind of hoping I can get like the last like, you know, last upgrade for Ritz. Because it seems like at this point, like I'm mainly like, if I'd use the money for anything for him, it's gonna, after I get the last upgrade, it's gonna be for food. That's gonna be the main takeaway from him. Like if I go down further, I'll just see. I've been doing that a lot lately, or during the stream. Like once I get the last thing, is I'm gonna have to like just focus on getting food for him when I go down further. But it really shouldn't be that too much longer now. I mean, the main thing we gotta do now is just like, you know, get like money up for, how much was it again? It was 800, which really shouldn't take no time at all. Like, you know, with basement level 2. Just think about it, like we're making like, you know, if they, because we had like originally it was like 30. And now, like, down there, like, you know, we had, like, stuff that said, you know, it was, like, 58 or whatever, and 60, I think it can go up to 70, so if we end up going down to base level 2 and there's stuff down there's, like, you know, probably, like, maybe, like, 80 to 90, you know, we'll be able, to, like, you know, to get, like, that 800 up, like, fairly quickly. Okay, I think I already put tape on it. And done. Plus the fact we should have, like, some money already carried over. Alright. So. That'd be a hefty payday. We definitely made, like, a good profit from that. Alright. 435. Okay. So. First off, let's see if... Are we going down to basement level 2 now? Basement 2? Alright, so yeah. Now, alright, now we can hold 2 items. This means, like, we can carry back 3 things at once, which will be great. I don't know if I really need, like, the 5 ticket rack, you know, just yet. Because we're going to be only carrying back 3 things anyway, so. Alright. And get this for the cat. And that gives us, like, a little bit left over we can work with. Towards, like, our, yeah, we pretty much got all the cat upgrades. So really the only thing... I mean, there's the 5 ticket rack, but again, I don't think I really need that. Okay, Oh, 100. Okay. Yeah, we'll be able to reach this probably no problem. It's just gonna be a matter of getting down there. It's gonna be, like, the trickier part. But, I mean, we're just from this... Okay. See, that's the thing. I don't want to bother with basement, base B1. I mean, technically it's on the way. But I could go hit that. Whatever. Money's money. So we'll hit, like, you know, I-2 along the way. You know, it's kind of concerning. It's much more quiet here now. Excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong one, ain't I? Okay, let's head on down. So I could just turn it back in and then, like, you know... While I'm already down here. Okay, let's see how creepy this is gonna... Oh my god. Is it flooded? Oh, hell no. And I'm just worried this means this thing will be able to hear me too. Okay, well the good thing is at least, like, this is a spot right here where, like, you know, it's a rest area at the moment, so, or a spot where I can kind of have a reprieve. Okay. At the very least, E1's right here. There'll give me some challenge to this one though, Rogues. I can already tell. Oh, shut up. No one's talking to you. Did I just... Oh my god. Shit. Are there... It's just me, other heads getting bigger. Alright. So this is... Alright. Good. Right there, right where I need to be. So I can find my way back out of here now. Okay. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It definitely helps the fact they gave me, like, little safe areas right there, too. Gotta dodge this dingus right here, we'll be good. Goodness, he's over there, so... Meaning I got a straight shot for this. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be too much of a problem for me to make, like, go ahead and get, like, the HR thing. I already had, like, some money saved back. The main takeaway from that spot down there is just, again, it's like the water plays tricks on you as well. Because, you know, you hear yourself splashing around. Whereas now, as long as they give us, like, you know, 3 things down for down there, that means we'll definitely, you know, make money quicker. Because one thing kind of threw it off a little bit was, like, the fact that we... Alright, so see, that should be, like, about 100 right there, right? 70. Okay, well, never mind. We had, like, 100 for one of them. Whatever. I mean, we're still going to be making, like, money decently all around. We're getting, like, already, like, towards quota, so... Just because, like, it again, like... It's like, you know, some of the stuff down there will be, you know, give us, like, you know, about 100 a pop. But it depends, I guess, like, you know... Get this... There we go. Oh, come on! Really? Really, tape? There. Alright, and... 58. And welcome in, Nico. Okay, so... As it stands, we do this or whatever... We're already going to be, like, a really good chunk away from, like, you know, where we need to be, you know, for the quota. Oh, come on, not basement A1. B1. I want to go down to... See, 103. See, that's where the money's at. I guess it's like, well, since you're stopping along the way... Alright, so A202. Okay. Because realistically, since we already got, like, all the upgrades for the most part, I don't really need, like, the 5-ticket rack. And that would help, because that way if I, you know, get one for B1, if I don't want to take that ticket, I can get, like, another one. But, I mean, I'm fine with this right here. The main thing I'm just, like, looking at is that, you know, we may be able to actually, you know, possibly get enough, like, you know, this, you know, on this day to get the HR ticket, the HR diploma or certification. I see him right there. Stay out of his line of sight. Thankfully, since I got, like, all the cat upgrades, you know, we got plenty of time. I ain't been caught by, you know, these guys yet in this game, and I don't really want to, like, actually allow that to happen. It looks like he's going out. Alright, cool. Because that's the thing. They're easy to get away from for the most part. You know, they give you plenty of hiding spots. You just got to, like, make sure you're not too careless. A202, right? All right, we got to get around there. I swear they maybe, like, get one from here before. Oh, yeah, that's right. As long as this door doesn't double back around. A202. All right. I'm also, I don't know if they can, like, follow you down the stairs either. And I ain't really gonna, like, you know, try to test that there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just try to get down here before he sees me. Okay. Okay, so let's see, like, which side we can go for here. See. I don't want to think about it. That's the, okay. If y'all trying to scare me, actually put it in front of me if you're gonna do that. Okay. Okay, now where's this next one? J1. Ah, I gotta go back the other way, don't I? And it's right there, isn't it? Let me get a good look at this thing. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, what? Keep going. Let's get in. These things can't hear me. Yourself. Oh, come on. Go. Can you please go away? Okay, now this is the BS. It's camping right here on me. It's not even, like, aggroed. It's, like, you know, it's stuck. Yeah, it wasn't even, like, aggroed. It was, like, you know, stuck, staying, you know, just sticking around right there. Okay, at least he reset now. He can go and just go take his naked ass on somewhere else. Still gotta get the J1. That's the thing, you know, basically all three areas are pretty much the same here. My guess is he can't actually hear me as long as I'm sneaking. I mean, it's the same thing with all three of them. It's basically just palette swaps. They all function pretty much the same. Just the areas gotta have different layouts you gotta get used to. But this is darker, so you definitely gotta watch what you're doing. Great, now we got brains. Okay. The main takeaway from him is just, like, you know, getting down there and all that. Alright, when we get up here, guys, I'm gonna take, like, a quick BRB to get something to drink. Alright, give me a few seconds and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So, yeah. Anyways, time to get packing. I feel like I'm like in Repo to Genetic Opera here, with like, you know, with the organ harvesting and all that. Not really a harvesting. I mean, they've already harvested them. I'm just the one that's packing them up. All right. Okay, yeah, we're getting there, and this actually should be quota. See, I keep on making mistakes, like doing that first. And yeah, quota's like a piece of cake to make right now. But the thing about it is, we're gonna keep going with this. Because we got, like, you know, because you think about it, all right, 500, right? We just gotta make one more and we'll have enough for the other thing. But why stop there? See, it's like they want me like this. Stop by. It was while you're going down there. You can stop over right by this and do that. Whatever. I mean, all my tickets are cleared, so. All right. Let me get the cat some more food first. It's not going to hurt me too much, considering I'm going to be doing 3 here. That should be enough. Do you need the food I gave you last time, you little shit? Ritz, go eat your food. I thought for a second that thing would actually, you know, it spawned. I was like, wait 1 minute here. Wait for it to get down there just a little bit more, and then should be good. H2, okay, which is great, because it's like right here. Actually, not really. Yeah, it is, okay. He went on down there, so. Ain't falling for that. Is it this one? There we go. Go down and hit these 2, and we are done with today. Alright, B1, right? G1's right here. That's good. G103. What's not good is they put boxes in the way. They like doing that, don't they? Really? All right, which way is he going? He's going that way. Got a clear shot. All right. Something ain't right about this now. Hold on a second. What's wrong with the... Oh, come on now. Crap. Of course, it's gotta get complicated here. Okay, just gotta... Of course that happens. Come on, idiot. Get out of the way. I have to go around back here. Of course, it figures like... They got like a... Uh-huh. That's cool. Whatever. Where do you wash your hands? Please go let... Figures is now where I start having problems. But if he's going that way, I can go this way. He's all the way down there, so... Jesus, this thing was a pain to get to. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay. Now we should be able to get the HR thing when we get back upstairs. That got a little bit hairy right there for a second, but again, they're easy to manage. Like, they give you like a really good telltale sign, and they give you like plenty of places to hide. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, we're good. Alright, and due to end, you know, with good time. So we made quota, and we should have enough to get, like, you know, just if I want to get the ticket rack. You know, the 5-1, you know. I don't know if we're actually going to be having, like, any orders we're going to do in the quota, like, you know, down there in HR. I think that was, like, I can't remember if that was actually supposed to be, like, the whole point of the game. To get down there, I can't remember. It's the last area, so... Sure. Just gotta get there. Okay, there's that. And that's that. Well, we are about to have a payday. What are you missing tape? I thought the tape was on it. Whatever. Still made enough. Okay. We got our last diploma here. Okay. Now, we're not going to be able to do these today, of course, but at the very least, I can go ahead and... It's not like I have much else I could do. Okay, so the way it looks is that we do like these 5 right here. We should be done. Should be like we just gotta do these 5 orders and that's it. All right. Not too keen on this because like J4, H3, whatever. Because I remember like that's like where it gets like tricky down here. But again, like, you only got 5 orders we gotta do. That'll be quota. I said it would be nice to get through this without ever getting caught, but if it happens, it happens. But so far, I've been doing pretty good. Knock on wood. Alright, let's go ahead and get down the next floor. Or, you know, he finishes coming this way. And that's HR back there. I did call. There are 2 of them. See, again, it's always like, you know, they want to be like right there when I'm about ready to go through. I think I get it. We're gonna go all the way to the back over with this one. Or at least we're at H3, which is good. And then where's the 4s? I'm pretty sure, like, I think I know how this is going to work. The 4s are going to be over on the other side. I think I kind of got the hang of the layout here. At the very least, I'm going to go over here and see if I can open up HR. HR should be, like, right there. And I can just go and cut on through. There's that. Oh, well, it's going up at least. That's nice. It's not as daunting now that I know how this works. Like I said, the 4 should be over here. Yep, I called it. Just gotta, like, make sure I just don't bite off more than I can chew on this. Well, that works. There's that one now. What's else? We need J4. Yeah, so now I kind of like, again, now I kind of got the hang of the layout. J4, what again? J402 is right there. Oh. Good for you. So I'm carrying on my merry little way here. Okay. And we just got 2 more orders to do, and we're basically done. At least with today. Like, there's really no point, like, going through and trying to do, like, make quote, like, go past quota. Oh. Yep. Hi. Please leave. See, realistically speaking, I would push these boxes out of the way. I mean, I know... In fact, I should have the oomph to be able to do so. Alright. So he doesn't try to head me off. Okay, he's going that way. That's good. Alright. Just 2 more orders to go, and we are done. I think. At least with this, and then we can go and finally check out HR. I don't know if I'm actually got to do any orders in HR. And probably, but... But yeah, I think like the main thing was just go up there because I'm having a feeling it could be one of those things we get there and there's not really gonna be any orders. And there's just gonna be like some kind of maybe the ending or something like that points how we can get out of here. Who knows? We're gonna find out soon though. Because really, we don't have to technically do all these orders. We got 101 in the bank already, or in the in our account. Now, contrary to what they're saying, I'm gonna make sure the tape is on all these. Thank you. Because I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, we do have to do all the orders. We got to make quota. I mean, that doesn't count towards what we got currently. Okay, that was on me. That was my... Wasn't thinking properly on it. Okay, there's that. Yeah, realistically speaking, I could put you in one of those boxes and you have, like, fast track out of here. I mean, it wouldn't be the safest transit, but at least you wouldn't have to worry about anything here. But obviously, we're not going to pack the cat in the box. But hopefully, me and him will be leaving here soon. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, A4 and I4. Okay. Well, first let's scan them. Hey, watch it, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the cat some food just to kind of just be safe. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll get back in time. I still ain't eat your food. I gave you I risk my life and limb to feed you. You ain't even eating the food. All right, fine, you pompous little. You don't like the food. You worried and going take your ass down to the grocery store and get some Friskies after we get out of here, or Meow Mix or whatever. Since apparently what I'm giving you it doesn't suit your taste, Ritz. Going to, risking life and limb to, just to feed his ass or whatever. He ain't even grateful. How dare you? Typical cat. And what do you want, a fresh caught tuna or something? Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, I don't think we're going to find that here. Who's to say? I mean, we're finding, feet and, brains and all that. When we start to find, a whole ass, tuna in one of these things. Find just about everything else. Okay, couldn't remember. I think, because I remember, when I came out, I looked, that way. Alright, so I think it's over here. Sure about to find. Alright, he's over that way, so we can... Alright, I got it. In fact, I came out right where I need to be. Huh? Okay, I swear it... Whatever. Okay, alright, I4. I'll wait right here for him to pass on by. At least, I's right over there. Once that's done, we can go and get on out of here. Hopefully it doesn't turn. We should be good. Okay. So I should be right here on the other rack right here. So we pop up. Right where we need to be. Okay, and that's game. Get out of here. That actually went, like, very easy. Almost too easy. Let me shut up. Okay, yeah, we're out of here. Still gotta come back down one more time, you know, to get the HR, but... I feel like HR is definitely gonna be the end game, because that, like, you know, definitely had, like, a big, you know, price increase compared to everything else. And it was, like, the last certificate we needed, so that's definitely gonna be, like, the final area. I'd assume. Mm-hmm. You know, I pulled that trick, like, way too many times. It didn't even really work the first time they did it. And like I said, I feel like I'm desensitized as, like, some horror. I know, like, a lot of the tropes. I grew up on horror and everything. I guess it's just also the fact that the enemies are, like, so predictable. But, I mean, it's like the jump scares are a little bit more, like, you know, terrifying than the actual enemies. I mean, they're definitely creepy, don't get me wrong. Alright, Ritz, hopefully by tomorrow we can blow this popsicle stand. Okay, one more time we'll have quota, I think. And I didn't really check the... It should have been, like, in the hundreds. Or had been, like, over 100. So if that's the case, then we're done. At least with today. And... Yep. Alright. So there's no real point, like, in continuing, like, you know, like, past, like, try to get in, because we got, like, all the cats upgrades. Got all my upgrades. Really, all we gotta do is, like, you know, buy you know, Ritz food if needed. There's really no point, like, in going past quota. Or trying, like, you know... Okay, we're about to find out if I actually have any orders down in HR. HR does have orders. Okay, so... Yeah, looks like we do have stuff to do in HR. So I might have called it wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's just we gotta do like one day there or something. Or maybe there's like something there we just gotta find. Either way, let's go ahead and hit HR. Headphone is probably something we gotta look for there. I mean, well, obviously, but you guys get it. Like, just something... See, it's always like right there near me. See, that's what they did to me last time. That's exactly what they did to me last time. He was all the way down there at the end, and I walked over or whatever, and... I think if I kind of expect them to do that. Alright, so... Get down here, just, you know, cut through, hit HR. Or hopefully, you know, with any luck, you know, we'll be able to figure out pretty quickly what we gotta do here. And this should be like the last spot of the game. Oh. Well, now we know what kind of secrets they've been up to. Wait a minute. Seven, 6, 14. Well, we might as well go and, like, you know... Hey, look, if I'm coming down, I'm gonna at least make a little more money while I'm at it, Rogues. But it looks to me like we're done now. 7614. Yeah, we basically, I think, are pretty much at endgame now, but I do want to at least... Look, like I said, if I come down here, I'm gonna, like, you know, fill these last orders, like, you know, before I go out, get a little more money. I got a cat to feed. But yeah, so pretty much what we basically figured out here was what we already know is that they're making mutants and they are doing, I guess, like, they are harvesting, you know, organs. Dr. Jack Face Off. At least his name wasn't Dr. Jack Off. All right, C101. Oh, crap, it's all the way... Okay, this works. He's going around the other way. Oh, okay, now that's BS. He was just going the other way, dude. That kind of frustrates me. The fact that he was going one way, then he turned right around. Like he knew I was here, and I'm sneaking. Thank you very much. I'm going to camp right here, and as soon as he's like, you know... Look, I'm getting my money, whether you like it or not. See, what in the world, dude? Now, this is kind of frustrating. I'm being sneaky, but he somehow knows where I am. I know he ain't hearing me talk. Okay, come on now. That's not even right. I barely even took a step and he came right back to me. Yeah, seriously, like this, the enemy AI in this is really, really all over the place. I'm feeding my cat, whether you like it or not, dude. Go away. Or B107, right? Convenient. Wait, isn't this one already got? Crap. You can just go and just not do that. Thank you. And of course he doubles back. Thankfully it's right here, so if he... Okay, I'm getting the heck on out of here. I knew that was a risk, but... Okay, we are good. 7614. 7614. Okay, we're good. It's like they try to give me that with every single time. My concern is if I actually have to, like, you know, make quota before I can leave. That's my only concern. Alright, and there's that. I'm probably gonna, I bet you I'm gonna have to, like, you know, make quota before I can leave. But to find out. You endured 11 days in the warehouse before escape, and now the exit is open, but some things follow, even beyond the warehouse. The past days will surely remain with you forever. Okay, so we didn't have to actually complete quota. That's good. Alright. The only thing is, I wish they actually could have had, like, more to the ending or whatever, where you actually would have, like, picked the cat up and left or whatever, but still, we just beat, like, you know, Order 13 rogues. The only things I'll say about the game is that I definitely see, like, you know, why some people were afraid of this. You know, like I said, I'm kind of desensitized to some horror games, considering, like, how much I've grown up on horror, you know, played, like, a lot of horror stuff and everything. Like, I'm someone, like, you know, a lot of people say Amnesia is, like, Amnesia Dark State is extremely scary, and yeah, my first time ever playing through it, it definitely was kind of, you know, creepy, but never really actually scared me as much as some people have said the game is, you know, is creepy. Definitely creepy, definitely, you know, terrifying in regards, like, to what I can see people be afraid of. But for me, like, you know, I think, like, you know, it's just, like, one particular scene with a particular monster you can't see that was, like, the worst part of it to me. Yeah, for me, this game was definitely creepy. Oh, take your cat and leave. Oh. I'm taking my cat and leaving. See, right there, it would have been nice to actually, you know, have a little more to it. We could have, like, just picked up and actually carried it, you know, out. But it was definitely, like, a fun, short little, you know, horror experience. Like I said, I like, you know, the jump scares, even though they were definitely, you know, even for the start, they didn't really get me that much. But I think it's because, like, I thought, like, I've seen, like, a lot of similar stuff in Mortuary Assistant. Obviously, it's a completely different game from that. But it's just, like, you know, some stuff kind of, like, made me think of, like, you know, similar to how, like, the Mortuary Assistant, like, you know, did some of its jump scares. And also, I guess, like, Demonologist kind of comes to mind as well. But it still doesn't take away from the game. It's just, you know, for me, like I said, like, how I handle horror may be different from a lot of you guys. Like I said, I've grown up on, you know, horror movies. You know, big horror fan. I'm also, you know, a former haunt actor, so I've actually spent time in haunted houses. So that might be, have something to do with it as well. Me, like, knowing how to scare people kind of like, factors in, like, to me kind of like knowing what, like, may try to scare me in a game. It's not to say I'm, like, desensitized to that with every game. There are definitely some, like, horror games that have, like, spooked the hell out of me. But this one, like I said, it doesn't take away from it in regards, like, personal, thresholds in regards, like, what scares me versus you guys. I'd still say definitely check this game out. It's absolutely amazing. It's just fun, like, just trying to keep the little, little fur baby safe, going through, going further in, seeing what else there is. And then a little, twist there and then, which is kind of like what I figured was going on. Definitely, was pretty awesome. Like, you find out, like, human resources was literally human resources. They actually were harvesting, organs. Everything was pointed. They were actually apparently, like, shredding mutants and all that. Definitely, it was a really awesome game. And I highly, like, highly recommend, you guys checking it out for yourselves. I think the devs was talking about, like, they were maybe, like, considering doing things like, for those who do want to try, it's just, like, to do, like, the packing mechanics or whatever. So I think the devs were actually talking about, like, a way, like, they were considering, I think, like, a mode where you don't actually get chased by monsters. So for those who just want to, like, focus on, like, the packing, just go and, like, find the items or whatever. Me, personally, I feel like, I don't know, like, how, much replayability there would be to that. I mean, there may be those who just, like, would want to go and just pack the boxes. I think the dev was talking about, like, they were going to probably do, like, a challenge mode to make the game more difficult. Like, I'm thinking, like, possibly, like, one way they could do that is if they had it where, like, there was no hiding spots whatsoever, so you actually had to, like, completely be just insanely stealthy and just try to, like, stay out of the creature's line of sight, because there would be, like, no places you can hide from it. And I know, like, some probably, like, challenge themselves, like, with, like, there's probably people out there who know how to play this in and out, to where they probably, don't even really upgrade probably challenge themselves, like, with not really upgrading, like, a lot of, like, their own stuff or the cat stuff, like, to make the game more challenging for them. But overall, though, it was still, like, a very solid, like, short little horror experience. Total, I think, like, just, like, a 1 hour and 20 minutes for this one. So I think it was about, like, maybe, like, 3 or so hours it took me to, like, to complete this. But either way, it was definitely fun. I highly enjoyed it. We only did 11 days on it. I don't know if there's, like, any kind of secret endings or anything if you actually play, like, further in. But for me, I feel like this is pretty much, complete for me. We got down there, we saw, like, the little twist, with what the Happy Box or whatever, like, the company's name is, what they were actually doing. Even though you already saw there was something very nefarious going on. Like, literally, you see, like, spots here that where, there was, like, just corpses laying around, hanging from the ceiling and stuff. And you see, like, these creatures wandering around. So, overall, though, I don't know if there's, like, any, other ending to this, but for me, this definitely felt complete. But if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, definitely go do so. It's on Steam. But anyways, that being said, I'm going to call it here, guys. I want to say thank you to those who came and hung out with me. If you guys just learned, I deeply appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel here, definitely, do so. Appreciate that as well. But anyways, gonna go and call it. This has been Order 13. Wish I could have, like, done it in one, stream. If I didn't get interrupted by the thunderstorm yesterday, definitely could have. But hey, we still got it done. So tomorrow I'll be live with next episode for Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, and also next episode of Arcade Paradise. We're kind of getting close to, like, finishing both of those up. Until the next one, Rogues, much love. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next stream. Thank you for watching.